Let's talk to Kevin O'Sullivan now. Of course, he's been watching Holly Willoughby this morning for us on This Morning. Let's have a quick look at what she had to say.
Right, deep breath. Firstly, are you okay? I hope so. It feels very strange indeed sitting here without Phil. And I imagine that you might have been feeling a lot like I have. Shaken, troubled, let down, worried for the well-being of people on all sides of what's been going on, and full of questions. You, me, and all of us at This Morning gave our love and support to someone who was not telling the truth, who acted in a way that they themselves felt that they had to resign from ITV and step down from a career that they loved. That is a lot to process. And it's equally hard to see the toll that it's taken on their own mental health. I think what unites us all now is a desire to heal for the health and well-being of everyone. I hope that as we start this new chapter and get back to a place of warmth and magic that this show holds for all of us, we can find strength in each other. And from my heart, can I just say thank you for all of your kind messages and thank you for being here this morning. Myself, Josie, Dermot, Alison, Craig, and every single person that works on this show will continue to work hard every single day to bring you the show that we love. So on that note, Josie...
Come here, you. Bring it in. Bring it in.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. I need a Josie cuddle. Oh. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. All we can do now is be the family that we are.
Exactly, exactly.
Sorry. The family that we are. Kevin O'Sullivan's here. I'm pretty sure I know what he's going to say. Bring a tear to a glass eye, Kevin, wouldn't it?
The family that we are. What did I say last week?
I know.
Please, stop calling this nest of vipers horrible, poisonous programme that you work for our family.
Yeah.
You're not a family. God's sake.
Well, it's more. I put a piece out the weekend when they declared that they would be taking calls, but they would be heavily vetted in case anybody asked any nasty questions about Phillip Schofield. I said the family's turned a bit Corleone on us.
Exactly. That's the kind of family they are. A mafia family.
Yeah.
Still deluding themselves that somehow or other we imagine that This Morning is a happy, snappy, shiny place full of happy people. It isn't, clearly. Strange speech by Holly, I thought. Started off with one very small perfunctory mention of Phil.
Yes.
Saying it's how strange it will be without Phil sitting here beside me. And then after that, it was as if Phil's been in touch with Holly and said, from now on, my pronouns are they and them.
Yes.
She's talking about, you know, they themselves felt they had to resign from ITV and step down from a career that they love. It's him.
Yeah.
He loves.
Right.
What's all this? Absolute nonsense.
Right.
Who wrote this? Why don't you speak English? Speak to us normally.
Yeah.
This is the problem with this programme. It has lost track of reality. It has lost touch with the kind of ordinary way of communicating. That was a ridiculous, strange, detached speech about they and them when she was talking about him and me and Phil.
And also, my favourite line in it was where she went, I hope that as we start this new chapter and get back to a place of warmth and magic that this show holds for all of us. Warmth and magic? What are you talking about?
Well, again, this is the delusion. I mean, yes, we know that for quite a long time they've been selling us a total lie of warmth and magic.
A pig in a poke, you might say.
Yeah, my best friend Phil, here we are, warmth and magic. That we know was a lie.
Yeah.
There was no warmth and no magic at that programme, just a lot of bad feeling, a lot of poison, and she's still sticking with it. And then, as you say, Jodie Gibson, all we can do now is be the family that we are. Give me a break. Pass me the stick back bucket. Good luck with reviving this programme. I mean, maybe it'll work. It'll probably just settle down to being what it used to be, a kind of slightly dull daytime show in the background. It swiftly returned to its normal format of kind of, you know, barbecued prawns, kids with diseases, bowel cancer, beaches, bikinis. You know, that's your program for you. They swiftly got back to that with some poor little heartbreak kid. So on we plough.
Yeah.
Quite how much this will work, I don't know.
Meanwhile, of course, people over the weekend, some of them anyway, several media figures, were calling for the witch hunt to end on Phillip Schofield. Leave him alone was the kind of word. But to which I would say, well, that's fine, but as long as he shuts up, he'll be left alone. But he keeps not shutting up. And yesterday we were treated to pictures of him hugging his mother. I know they were from a couple of weeks ago, but clearly staged pictures taken by a paparazzi to make them look as if they were snatched pictures on a beach in Dorset. I mean, bizarre behaviour, really. Yeah,
well, you know, if the press, the media had any intention of stepping back from this ongoing psychodrama, Phil is stopping us doing that, because on Friday he suddenly stirred up the hornet's nest with two incredible interviews, slightly dubious in their content, but very bombshell in their nature. And as you say, Mike, over the weekend, he clearly stages pictures of himself with his poor old mum down in Newquay, where she lives, obviously to rack up the sympathy for him. Look at me, you know, you wanted me to die and now I'm with my mum and all this. It's a bit like, come on, mate, just reverse. Go away. Right. Leave us alone. I think what's going on with Phillip is he is just clinging on with his fingernails to his last moments in the public eye, his last moments in the limelight, because even this story will fade away in the end, and then we'll forget about Phil Schofield. So he's clinging on to his last vestiges of fame, and it's uncomfortable, to say the least. I thought Holly's speech was also uncomfortable in the way that it was written. Why didn't she address us like a human being? Right. Why didn't she call him Phil more? Why didn't she call him he and him? Right. Why did she call that? Very strange, very strange.
And if we are to believe what's been said in the past, you know, basically she hasn't spoken to him since before he left the programme. So, you know, aside from talking to him while they were on TV together, she wouldn't speak to him. And so, presumably, the toll that it's taken on they's mental health, she doesn't really care that much about it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she is now leading the charge in shoving Phillip Schofield under the bus big time forever. I mean, if you also analyse her strange they-them pronoun speech, it was a vicious and ruthless dismissal of a man whose life is ruined, her former friend. Yeah, he lied, or they lied. They behaved terribly. They. You know, this was the final defenestration of Phillip Schofield by an extremely ruthless Ms. Holly Willoughby.
Do you think that now that she's got the show all to herself, she might at some point interview herself and ask herself what she thought the young man that Phillip Schofield was constantly with was doing with him?
Well, I doubt if she'll do that, but I think what viewers have to ask themselves, and by the way, I'm assuming this morning would have got a very healthy ratings today, lots of people tuning in out of curiosity. But what she needs to ask ourselves, as we saw her, you know, talking about they and them and not mentioning Phil through her gritted, you know, fixed grin, she needs to ask herself, are we going to buy this stuff? Are we buying this? You know, the warmth and magic, get back to the family. You know, we've had that image shattered, destroyed by the lies and the deceit over the past few weeks. And now Holly thinks that with a flick of the pen and a few pronouns, she can restore the warmth and magic. I don't think so.
Well, I think the reaction on social media so far she will not like if she wants to look for it. Melodramatic, scripted and soulless is the headline in Mail Online. Holly Willoughby's statement is met with a tepid response.
See, I wish I'd have thought about that. Yeah, it's soulless, detached. I did say it was. That's what it was. It was soulless, detached, and let's not forget, incredibly ruthless. She just finished off what was left of Phillip Schofield and chucked right under the bus for it to run him over and kill him off forever. That's what she just did.
And in the next instalment of ITV's This Morning, tomorrow, we'll see one of their chief executives before a parliamentary committee answering questions about safeguarding.
Yes, Dame Carolyn McCall, the beleaguered chief executive.
I think she's up Wednesday, isn't she? And somebody else is up tomorrow.
Well, no, I think Tuesday a series of television executives are going in, but as I keep saying, what beggars belief is Wednesday week there will be in Parliament by the Culture, Media and Sport Select Committee a special MP's inquiry into Phillip Schofield's behaviour and the poisonous atmosphere in the office at this morning. What on earth are MPs doing, wasting our taxpayers' money with this kind of endeavour? I'm not trying to diminish the importance of the story. I think it's an important story. But it is not Parliament's business that Phillip Schofield told a few lies and the office atmosphere at this morning wasn't very nice. What on earth's that got to do with MPs? Why are we paying for this?
Yeah, well, you might ask why we're paying for a lot of things that they do. I, for one, am looking forward to it, though. You'll get it right here on TalkTV. Kevin, good to see you. Thanks very much indeed. Kevin O'Sullivan there with his verdict on the Holly Willoughby show, which is now what it is, let's face it. She's won.